Hi, it's Emma here, doing another YouTube video. I wanted to do this one, really based on my experiences, around a few things, and talk a bit about life, really. Yeah. So, because I don't want, like, my YouTube things to be about, oh, like, I'm happy, I'm singing this song today, oh, I'm over the moon, like, I'm gonna dance to this, I'm doing a quiz, like, oh, I'm laughing, and because not every day is like that, you know what I mean? And, you know, I feel like every time you see me on the camera, I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to just always be, like, talking about, you know, quizzes and singing and dancing. I want to, like my personal memories, I want to, like, take it deeper than that. Like, I want to talk to you about, like, other things, do you know what I mean? Like, because I'm the kind of person that likes personal things. So yeah, so like, I just wanted to really talk to you about life and bits and bobs, really, and just how, like, I'm doing, and how, like, you know, and just excuse the noise in the background, it's my nephew. Like, he was wanting to do another YouTube video with me, and I was like, you can come up after I've done this one, because I was like, I really wanted to do this one. So, but yeah, so for me, I wanted to talk a bit about, you know, mental health and friends, and yeah, role models in life today, and just, like, things like that, if that's all right. So growing up, it wasn't, you know, easy. Never really had many friends. Bullied quite a lot. You know, never really fitted in anywhere. Never really felt there was a place for me. And I feel like every kid experiences that to some degree. But for me, it was beyond that, do you know what I mean? Like, I was to the point where I wasn't, like, really wanting to go in. Like, I was begging my mum to literally, like, not send me in, because, like, it was just terrible. Like, I didn't want to, like, I had no one, like, and so primary school was a bit hectic. Like, I went to one primary school, then I was, like, homeschooled. Then I went to another primary school, then back to the old primary school that I was originally at, then another primary school for the last couple of years. And so yeah, that was a bit hectic. And then I think in between again I was homeschooled. So yeah, that's a lot of schools and back and forth. And in those years, I didn't really have a proper set friend where I could go to them for, like, advice, guidance, just to hang out with them, you know, go here and there. So it was pretty rough, and throughout all that, I was, you know, being verbally and emotionally bullied, which wasn't very nice. And yeah, so that my school days weren't pleasant. Couldn't wait for them to be over, if I was honest. I don't know, anyone else out there watching, you know, probably might experience that, like I said, to some degree, to that degree. Maybe not to that degree, maybe, you know. But school days, you know what I mean? And then, so my high school days come, and I thought, you know, I didn't want to go to that school originally, but my mum thought it'd be best. So I go, and I thought, you know, no problems in the first year. I thought, yes, I've made friends, no problems, I'm doing it. But then again, turned sour for the rest of the whole, literally since I was there, having to be homeschooled again, verbally, emotionally, text messages, all these, you know, yeah, not good again. Plus my dad had passed away, well, during, you know, the high school years. That was, you know, heartbreaking, because I was so extremely close to my dad, and, you know, and I couldn't cope without him. So I was lost, and my world had just crumbled around me, and my mental health started to deteriorate. I started doing things that I wasn't proud of, because back then I didn't really talk about my feelings and emotions, and I was good at hiding, you know, bottling things up and really keeping things in. So I turned to the one thing that had helped, which was self-harm. And because I felt, you know, it would release the pain and all the anger and frustration and emotions, like upset, but then as soon as, you know, it had all gone, it would come back, it would come flooding back, and it would just, yeah. So I did self-harm for quite a few years, like almost 10 years. I did a few things that were, you know, I'm not proud of anyway. I won't go into it though, but I'm not proud of what I did. Yeah. But, you know, when you're in such a dark place, you just, you don't see any way out, and the only really, the people that get you there is your family. But even still, like, saying that, when my dad passed away, and he was the closest person, and like I say, we were extremely close. I would go to him for literally anything. I would stay at his, I would go into his shop, I would phone him if I wasn't with him. Like, so when he passed away, and I was just like, you know, I was lost, like, I don't know, like, and so that's, like, obviously, I started doing all that, but the only people who really get you through is your family. But even still, like, when your family are there, and I know it sounds a bit, like, I don't know, but even when your family are there, and if you're suffering with mental health, and if you're suffering into, like, you know, in such a bad way, even your family being there sometimes is not going to be, you know, I don't want to say enough, but I don't know, it's just, because when I was suffering in such a bad way and I self-harmed, like, my family were there and they helped so much, but I still had to self-harm. Like, you just can't control your emotions, can you? And, like, you just, if you have to do it, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I felt anyway. Like, I couldn't control my self-harm, and it's a mental health disorder. Like, I really look at people and who say, like, about, like, mental health and stuff, and I really look at those people and, like, who, you know, and it's true when they say, you know, if you go into A&E with a broken arm and a broken leg, it's visible and you can see it. Mental health disorder, you can't see it. Any mental health, you can't see it. So, and that is so much harder, and that is why we have to take extra, like, you know, like, extra care, and, like, just more understanding and more resources, and like, just like, don't judge people. Like, just because like you can't see it doesn't mean, like, don't judge people because just because you can't see it doesn't mean they don't suffer with that mental health like problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna show, it's inside, you know what I mean? And I just, it does, like, it makes you think, like, and sometimes I do think that, I do wish that a mental health disorder would show, because then it would make people realise that it is, you know, it is really important, just as important as a broken arm and a broken leg, and like, it needs extra care, you know what I mean? Like, it needs more care than a broken leg and a broken arm, because, like, for me, when I was, you know, suffering in such a bad place, and I was hospitalised for a couple of times, and that second time I was in hospital, it was definitely a turning point, and I don't really know why it was a turning point in that second time, but it just was. And I think it's because, you know, I just, like, I was talking with my mum, and I was just like, you know, I need to, like, you know, do something right now. And I got in touch with my relatives in Ireland, and I just was like, I need to do something, and, you know, this isn't good. And yeah, and but for some people, before they get, you know, an appointment through the post, before they get to see the crisis team, before they get to do anything, like, it's sometimes too late, you know what I mean? And for anyone, like, we all need to just take really, like, more understanding, more sympathy, more resources, more, you know, this is just as important as anything else. Mental health is just like, you know, it is important. I can't stress enough, like, you know, there's so many, like, there's so much to it, like self-harm, anxiety. Like, how many people suffer with some degree of anxiety, like, whether it's severe, moderate, you know, just a little bit, like, and about so much. And even if you were to be anxious about something, and then it's something else, and then it's something else, and then it just builds and builds, and at least everyone suffers with some sort of, like, you know, anxiety about something. And then there's depression, like, you know, which isn't nice, because I've suffered with anxiety and depression. And then there's just, you know, there's so much, and I just want people to just have a second to think about, you know, how important it is. And just next time you see someone, or next time, you know, or if you know someone, just make sure they're okay, and make sure that we all take care of each other, and we don't let anyone go, you know, unnoticed. And we all just, you know, because we're all equal, and we all need to look after each other, especially in today, you know, in today's world. And we all just need to take care of each other, and especially everything that's gone on with COVID. And we all just need to be there for one another, and just know that we have each other to lean on. And because, you know, I can't stress enough, and just think about how much of a difference that you could make to someone's life just by knowing that they have you there, or, you know, yeah. So that's the mental health side of it anyway. I just can't stress enough how important I feel about mental health, because I feel like I've, like, had it so bad, and, like, still suffer with it. And I just feel like it's so important to, like, know that I don't like, you know, I feel like it should be like a main priority, like, and yeah, like things should be put in place, like, and you know, I feel like it should be #1 priority. Like, it's so important, and we like get help before it's too late. You know, don't like get to that point, because no one wants that. So just make sure people are okay, you know, be there for one another, and just, you know, we're all human at the end of the day, and, you know, we stand united, and that's all that matters. And so, yeah, and I just wanted to talk about, like, my, yeah, so, and, like, friends, like, nowadays, like, how I've made some incredible friends, like, nowadays, who have been incredible. I don't know where I'd be without my friends that I've made, like, today. From having no friends from primary to high school, to colleges in the past and to day centres in the past, to now having friends, it's just amazing, and I don't know where I'd be without them. And I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of them, because they've been incredible, and they've been a rock throughout everything that I've been through, and I don't know where I'd be without them. So I just want to say a massive thank you, and for making me laugh, smile, for lifting my spirits, for just being there, basically, and for letting me be able to say those words, I have a friend. Like, I know it's so cheesy, and I know it's so little to say I have a friend, but to me that is so massive. Like, from never ever being able to say it, because from just walking around with an adult, like a teacher, around just the playground and sitting at the table by yourself, to now being able to say you have friends and going out doing things with them, it is massive. So I just want to say thank you, and I don't know where I'd be without you, and I hope we, you know, I hope we're friends, like, for a very long time, because the friends I've made, like, are the best people, and, you know, they're just so inspirational and amazing, and, you know, I look up to them so much. Like, they're the best people. So thank you. I've talked about my family a lot, how amazing they are. So I'll give that. Yeah, and I just, like, they're amazing. And yeah, so, you know, and, like, with mental health, it's the same with disability. You know, I feel like that's just as important, having a disability, and yeah, I feel that's just as important, having a disability myself. Again, people need more understanding of that. It's like I was admitted to hospital the other day, and the nurses, I know they're overstretched and all that, and I know they've got a lot to do, but still, the way they handle, like, the patients with a disability to patients with I feel they need more understanding of how to talk to the patient and how to, you know, communicate. I feel like it's really important for them to know, and I feel it's important, again, to know that a disability can be hidden. It's not just like a broken arm or a broken leg. A disability can be autism, it can be, you know, it can be dyslexic, it can be, you know, it can be just, it can be hidden. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to show it. So I feel like people need a better understanding of disabilities and mental health, that don't show. Do you know what I mean? And like things like that are just so important to me, like mental health, disabilities, equality and diversity, that's important, gender, that's important. And I just feel like we all just need to stick together. Like, we wouldn't get anywhere without each other. And everything that we've all been through, like, you know, we all just need to stick together, like I said, and make sure everyone's okay. Just like a high in the street to, if you know them, or, you know, like, I was sat at the bus stop, and, like, I've been sat at the bus stop, like, a few times, and these lovely elderly people have, you know, I've got into conversation with, and it's literally made me smile, and it's made my day to know that I've had a little conversation with them. And I had a lovely conversation with this elderly man on the bus, on, you know, on the way to, you know, a hospital. And he, at the end of this conversation, he got up and he waved, and it just made my day knowing that, you know, he got up, smiled and waved, and I was like, and it just made my day. So, you know, we all just need to be there and, you know, just think about them as well as ourselves, and just don't, you know, stand united and strong, and let's do it for each other. And yeah, let's do it for Manchester. Let's do it for let's do it, because, you know, I'm a Manchester girl. Let's do it for Manchester. Let's do it for, you know, stand together, Manchester. Let's do it. Just everyone across the world, just stand together, because it's better that way. Like, you know, it's better than fighting. It's better than judging. It's better than getting into fights. It's better than, you know, judge. Like, I said judging. It's better than, you know, because it's better than hate crime. You know, it's better when we all get on, and it's so much nicer, and, you know, it makes the world such a better place. So I'm gonna end it there, and I just want, you know, maybe for everyone to go away and have a little think, and next time you maybe see someone struggling, or, you know, maybe just ask if they're okay, and, you know, if you see them struggling a little bit, or if you see, you know, someone that's homeless, maybe buy them a sandwich. Buy someone who's homeless a sandwich, because, you know, you don't know how long they've been out there. The homeless are just as important too. You don't know how long they've been sat out in the freezing cold. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they might not have a home to go to, obviously, because or anywhere to stay. I know that sounds weird because I've just said homeless and they don't have a home, but because sometimes you know, you get homeless people and they have, like, you know, somewhere they go, like, just to, you know, now and again, but just buy them, like, a hot drink. You know, it's so important. Like, we all just need to stick together and be strong and united. And yeah, so I'm gonna finish there, and just thank you for watching the YouTube video, and I'm gonna post more. And yeah, and I don't know what about again, because my videos are just spur of the moment things, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.